my class on Cassata super moist double chocolate chip banana bread. Oh, that's a mouthful, even in the pronunciation. And then just imagine what it tastes like. Now this banana bread is rich, chocolatey, and just super delicious. I'll introduce the ingredients that we use for this amazing banana bread. This is all-purpose flour. You can actually use whole wheat flour as well, but for if you want it a bit more healthy, you can use whole wheat flour. But this is all-purpose flour here, 250 grams, and we have 220 grams granulated sugar. We have 40 to 50 grams of chocolate chips, and exactly the same thing that here too in the second plate. They are separated. Okay, so because you'll see why they're separated later. We have a half teaspoon of salt here and 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 43 grams of cocoa cassata. And these are the dry ingredients we're going to use for our amazing Cassata double chocolate chip banana bread. Now we'll move on to our wet ingredients. Right, so we have our wet ingredients here. What we have here is quarter cup plus 1/8 cup of buttermilk. We have half a cup of vegetable oil, tasteless vegetable oil, please. 2 eggs here, and then we have 6 unripe bananas. They are on the small side, so we use 6. But if you have big bananas, you can use 4. But these are smallish, so these are 6 bananas, overripe bananas. They must be overripe, okay? So that's what we have for our wet ingredients. So we'll now move on to our method of making this amazing banana bread. Right, so we're going to mix up our dry ingredients now. We have our flour going into a big bowl. The amazing thing about quick breads is that we have our sugar going in here. The amazing thing about quick breads is that they are quick, super delicious, and you can have them with lovely tea or coffee or milk. You can have them for breakfast. Cocoa cassata goes in here. Our cocoa is just the best. I mean, it's just it's Dutch processed. It's fantastic, very rich. Now we're putting in the salt. We're putting in our baking soda, and we're going to whisk a bit before adding up our. So we're going to whisk this so it gets well dispersed. Now, if you're making the chocolate bread, you are going to make it. If you're making the chocolate banana bread, you're going to make it just like this, with this same measurement, but you're not going to use chocolate chips. That's just the difference. So I'm not going to do a separate video for that. So now we've mixed our dry ingredients very well dispersed, so that you don't have salt on one side and baking soda on the other. Okay, so it's well mixed now, and then we're just going to add in one of the plates of chocolate chips, and let's mix it well so it's also not concentrated on one side. Okay, so there. So we're done with the dry ingredients. We're now going to make a well, as usual. Show you to my recipes. Make a well in the center. Okay, and then we'll go on to prepare our wet ingredients. Right, so now we're going to mix up our wet ingredients. So we're pouring in our vegetable oil. Of course, we're going to allow it to drain as best as we can. Okay, Right. Then we'll pour in our buttermilk, which is nice and sour. Now we're going to, just move to the side. We're going to mash our bananas, our overripe bananas. Get to mash it, so this bowl is a bit small. Okay. Let's use a fork. Right, so we're going to add in our mashed bananas now. They've been well mashed, just checking for lumps. That's a bit of a big chunk there. Okay. Right. And then we have our eggs. I'll just break the eggs and give it a brief whisk. We have an eggshell there, so I got that out. Okay. And the second egg. So I'll just give it a quick mix up together. Okay, and then add it up. Now, I just want to thank all my subscribers that have been following me. I say thank you for following me. Thank you for liking my posts. Thank you for commenting. I encourage you, please continue. If you support this channel with your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions, you are doing a lot of good. I appreciate you, and I really encourage you. Please share my posts, like them, okay? Like our videos, ask your friends to subscribe, and let's all have a big party in here. You're going to be having a good time on this channel from now henceforth, okay? And if you've never subscribed to this channel, why haven't you subscribed? I encourage you to consider subscribing today. All you need to do is click the subscribe button and then click all the notifications so that you can be always the first to get my amazing recipes to boost your cake baking, your dessert making, anything you can think of about baking. So please subscribe and consider subscribing today. As I speak, just start subscribe and click the notification button, and thank you so much in advance. Now we're going to whisk this all together. Just until combined. Doesn't have to be super smooth or anything. We just want all the ingredients to combine and we're good. Right, so we're going to move to our next stage, which is to mix the wet ingredients with the dry. So we're going to pour our wet ingredients in one stream. Right into the dry ingredients. Then we're going to mix it all together. It's a bit mushy because of course there's banana and all in it. I'll just change now to a wooden spoon. So let's get all this. We don't want to waste it. So let's get as much of this off as we can. Okay. Oh, and I saw that there's a little bit left of the wet ingredients, which we can still scrape out. So remember not to waste your ingredients. Okay. So we'll just mix this properly together. There's some pockets of flour. What you want to do is to get one consistent batter. Once you get out the pockets of flour, you're good to go. Okay. Okay. So no more pockets of flour. We can see chunks of bananas there, which is good, and the chocolate chip which we put in. Okay. So I think our batter is ready now to go into our pan and then go into the oven. Right, so now it's time to pour our chocolate bread batter into a greased and floured pan. The pan has been greased and floured. Bread pan, a medium-sized bread pan, not small, not large, but medium. Or if you have a small bread pan, you can do this in 2 small bread pans. Right. Just smoothing it out a little. Okay. And then now we have our second batch of chocolate chips. We're just going to sprinkle all over the top. Okay. About 40 grams of chocolate chips is fine for this quantity. Okay, so this is a very rich bread, and it will be very appealing to the eyes as well. I mean, when it comes out of the oven, everybody's eyes will be on this one. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, right, so this batter is now ready to go into the oven. So it's going to be in the oven, in a preheated oven. The oven has been preheated to 180 degrees, and it's going to be in the oven for about 45 minutes to 1 hour, or until the skewer stuck into it comes out clean, and then you have your beautiful cake. But you can start checking your bread, sorry, not cake, your bread from 45 minutes to 1 hour, and then you bring it out when the skewer comes out clean. Right, so here we are with our Cassata super moist double chocolate chip bread. Just going to have a slice here. Right, so we have a slice. I think I'm going to have a taste. Bon appetit.